What's up, you degenerates? What's going on, guys? Good evening. A little bit of a later stream than usual, but you know how it is. You know how it is. Got a little bit busy today. Not feeling great either. Kind of feeling groggy, little blah. Just feeling a little blah. So I figured, but I still had to get on and see you guys. So here I am. We got some things to cover. You'll just bear with me for a moment while I get set up here. All right, guys. So listen, as we always do. So the first, I'm dual streaming on both channels right now. So put your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat, and I will get to them. But first, we get through the news. The second half of the stream, we will get to your questions and your altcoin requests. So put everything in the chat, and we will get to it post haste. Okay. Let's go look at some charts first of all, guys. Let's look at the Jasmy chart. See what's going on. And by the way, guys, for all of you guys over on the Patreon, I will be live over there as soon as I'm done here. So there will be I will be live over there tonight. As soon as I'm done wrapping up this live stream, I will be live over on the Patreon. So if you're not on the Patreon, the link is in the chat. You better get over there because I'm going to be live over there next, guys. We're doing a group Zoom call. It's going to be fantastic. Don't want to miss it. All right, let's get into it, guys. Very, very nice daily candle close here for Jasmy, guys. Kind of have a little bit of a red neutral candle going on right now. We wicked back down here. We climbed back up here. Just kind of fighting between the bulls and the bears. Almost a this is what's called it's almost a spinning top candle, almost, right? But which is a neutral candle for now. I personally think we're going to have some sort of a little bit of a run to the upside tonight. It just kind of feels like one of those nights, it feels like it. I think Bitcoin's going to make a little bit of a push next week. So altcoins are going to continue to run tonight. Just a little bit of a melt up, nothing crazy. I think maybe Jasmy might get up over this 3-cent level tonight, close the candle above here, retest it, and then let's freaking go to, let's go to the moon here, guys. So that's kind of what I see going on here. So yeah, anyway, looking okay. Let's go look over at Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin is doing. Just kind of a normal, it's kind of a normal little close here. Nothing bad, nothing good, right? Close right around that 96,350 level-ish. And now we're just kind of ping-ponging here, guys. Like I said, I don't think that this is going to break past 100K until early next week. I think we'll break through there because the sell wall has been crumbling like crazy over the last, 24 to 48 hours. So I think we will break through there, but it's going to be a kind of a boring sideways action for Bitcoin on the weekend because, everyone's with their families. Nobody's really doing any trading or anything this weekend, right? So that's kind of what I see. And I told you guys that yesterday that we were probably going to ping pong here until early next week, and then we were going to make that move. So next week, guys, I think next week is going to be pretty face melting, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens, right? We will see what happens. Let's go look across the broader market at the crypto bubbles, see what's going on out there. GFAL's having a nice pump today, 21.3% to the upside. Naka Games, seems like some of the gaming projects are pumping. Gala's pumping, Wagami Games is pumping, Beam, not much on Beam, but it's pumping. GFAL, Naka, what's Miria doing? Miria is, it's up 2.5%. Little bit of a pump on the gaming tokens. I don't know why mobile's pumping. I thought they were getting rid of this token. I thought they were getting rid of this and moving it over to HNT or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, Jasmy up 9.1%, 2 cents 904. Not too bad. Not too bad. Algo continues to pump every day, 42 cents. Guys, Algorand, I am so up on my Algorand bag that it's absolutely ridiculous. I love it. AIOZ up 22.9%. It's a good day today, guys. It's a good evening. I think this is going to continue to move up this evening. Altcoins are going to have a nice, juicy little run. All right, so let's get into some of the news here, guys. Let's see what's going on around the market, shall we? There's not a whole lot of news today, guys. Billionaire Chamath, not even going to try to say his name. Bitcoin looks like it's going to be this resounding inflation hedge asset for the next 50 to 100 years. I would agree with that. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. What else do we got? All right. BlackRock bought another $136.10 million worth of Bitcoin yesterday, guys. It just keeps getting scooped up, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I've been warning everybody for the better part of the year that these hedge funds, these institutions, you got these companies. You got Michael Saylor meeting with Microsoft next week to convince next month, December 9th. They're voting to decide whether Microsoft is going to put Bitcoin on the balance sheet. The supply of Bitcoin is drying up at a shocking rate, guys, right? The supply and demand crunch is going to hit, and Bitcoin is going to go nuts. The altcoins are going to get dragged up with it because Bitcoin is the tide that raises all boats, right? A little bit of a reminder here from Hara. He says this was from last year. Just a reminder that they're trying to get PlayStation on board for their GPUs. So PlayStation, this is from Hara again. He said, PlayStation had previously attempted to implement high-speed distributed computing using available resources, but the plan was never implemented. We believe that by using a platform that changes the way data is stored and used, we can solve the problems associated with personal information and change many of the conventional wisdoms. So we know that they're still trying to get this. I think it's just a matter of time when they announce that the PDL is going to be integrated with the PlayStation 3s. They were talking about 3s, right? Continuing on here, guys, another reminder about the KPI goals. So I was talking about this the other day. In my opinion, we need an updated version of the KPI goals. That should be one of the next questions we get to Hara. I would like a new updated version because they gave these KPI goals back in like 2019, I think it was, right? And the goals were as follows. And I don't think that it's as attainable as they think for now. In the long term, I think it's attainable, but in the next year or two, it's not, right? Some of it's not. So Jasmy aims to achieve these KPI goals for the following three indicators. The active users accounts on the data locker. So 107 million active PDL addresses globally, right? That's easily achievable, in my opinion. We aim to have 7 million active users in Japan and 100 million overseas. Yes, so globally, I don't think it'd be that hard. It's basically like 107 million wallets, essentially, right? So not that big of a deal. The value of data per capita, so value of data per personal data locker would be $500. So they want 107 million wallets or lockers with a valuation of $500 on average per locker, per individual locker, right? They say, we consider the total amount of revenue that the accumulated data will earn in the future as the data value per person and aim for value of $500, right? And then we move over the PDR, Jasmy's price data value multiplier, 16.7x. So the PDR, we will adopt market capitalization of Jasmy coin divided by the data value of the platform as our own index, aiming for a 16.7x. So in calculating that, the PDR, so the price data value ratio, 16.17x, Jasmy coin market capitalization times the market capital at Jasmy's market cap, right? So that would be the 16.7 times the market capitalization for total user data value in the platform. So market price times market circulating supply. And just a little reminder here, guys, that they want a 75% circulating supply right? Which is about, I think, about 14 billion tokens in circulation, down from 50. So that's a TVL of about 75%, right? That would be, by their calculations, $17.80. So that is their target, right? Is that attainable in the long run? Yes. Is it attainable in the next 2 years? Not even close. No, we just run out of road. There's not enough time for that to happen before this bull run's over. Then we're going into a bear market. Now, listen, we had a very interesting discussion, guys, over on the Patreon yesterday, and we were discussing Hara's assumption that people will not sell their Jasmy, or for lack of a better word, institutions will not sell their Jasmy because they need it to lock up to be able to acquire data on the Platinum Data Marketplace, which is the PDL, right? So so basically what Hara is saying here is that the need for marketing data for big companies, whether it's something like Toyota or Nissan or Taco Bell or Walmart or whomever needs to do the marketing, whichever company is purchasing data to target marketing towards their demographic, they're not going to stop needing to market because it's a bear market. Does that make sense? So what Hara is saying here is that he doesn't think that the value of the Jasmy token will decline as much as the rest of the market during a bear market, because these companies have to lock up Jasmy tokens in the PDL to be able to purchase data, right? So they have to have it. And when they lock it up to purchase data, it's taken out of circulation. So he's assuming that throughout the bear market, Jasmy's ecosystem, Junction, is going to have an extremely high TVL regardless. But I would argue, what he says on paper makes perfect sense, and I agree with his logic. I do. But retail investors are going to sell, right? You're going to have about a 12-month period from the top of the cycle, top of this bull run, to the bottom of the next bear market, where retail investors are going to be gone. And then when we start to get close to the bottom, retail investors will start to come back in and start buying the bottom. And then, like myself, okay, so I'm going to buy the bottom of Jasmy and the bottom of the next bear market. And I'm going to continue buying and continue staking in the Jasmy super wallet through the entire bear market, right? Along with a lot of other retail investors that are going to do stuff like that. But again, there is going to be that 12-month stretch, roughly, give or take a month, where I'm not going to be holding like that because we're on our way down. We're going to spend 12 months crashing to the bottom of a bear market, right? Anyone with any true intelligence in retail is going to be gone from the market at that point in time because liquidity's gone, right? So anyway, I understand Hara's logic in what he's saying. I do agree that institutions will still hold it. Institutions will still lock it up, but I don't agree that retail will. So I don't think that, I think that Jasmy's going to be affected by the bear market harder than Hara thinks that it will, if that makes sense. Hopefully you guys followed me on that little journey I just went on. I'm going to do a separate video talking about it for those who want, a little more detail in it, but hopefully you guys were kind of following what I was saying there. So anyway, let's move on. So guys, are we headed towards altcoin season? Check it out, guys. Looks like we are. It looks like we are, guys. Now, this could take another sharp turn to the downside. Don't get me wrong. If Bitcoin starts going nuts next week, this could take a turn to the downside. But for right now, it looks like we're steering towards altcoin season here, guys. We're up at a 69. That's what she said, right? And to further that, let's go have a look over at the other metrics. Let's go look at the Dixie, and let's go look at the Bitcoin dominance. So the Dixie, you can see the DXY starting to fall, which is great for crypto, right? That's fantastic for Bitcoin and crypto to see that. If it continues, we need to see it continue. I don't want to see I don't want to see a recovery, not even a double top. I don't even want to see a double top. I just don't want to see that. Let's just keep going back. Let's just keep going to the downside here. So All right, and let's go look at Bitcoin dominance here. See, Bitcoin dominance continues to collapse here as well, which is very good for altcoins, right? This is, as long as this continues. Now, don't get me wrong. We have a long way to go down before altcoin season starts, right? I mean, we need to see, before I consider like it to be like real alt, I think Bitcoin dominance needs to be at like 40%, right? That's when we're really going to see altcoins start to go nuts. But for right now, it's looking good for altcoins at this point in time. We'll put it that way, okay? Right now, we're sitting on pretty close to a support level. So I wasn't anticipating altcoin season to kick in until somewhere around the middle of January. But if it kicks in now, then, or in December, then hey, whatever, right? I'll take it. I will take it. Just trying to make some money here. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin buying spree 3-year plan may end in just 4 months. MicroStrategy, the business intelligence firm turned Bitcoin whale, is accelerating its ambitious plan to acquire $42 billion in Bitcoin, initially designed as a 3-year initiative. The company could achieve this goal in 4 months, thanks to an aggressive purchasing pace. This bold move is set to transform MicroStrategy's financial future, with the company betting big on assets' long-term value. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin journey began in August of 2020, and the company has consistently made headlines with its purchases. This month alone, the firm spent $12 billion on BTC, including the most recent purchase on November 11th. The company purchased 27,200 Bitcoin for $2 billion. Followed by another $4.6 billion worth of Bitcoin on November 18th, 5 days ago. The firm acquired another 55,500 Bitcoin for $5.4 billion. These purchases are part of a strategy to consolidate its position as the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin. MicroStrategy follows a plan to acquire more Bitcoin, reflecting the vision of its executive chairman, Michael Saylor. With its latest acquisition, the company's total Bitcoin holdings now stand at 386,700 Bitcoin, valued at nearly $22 billion at the current market price. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. We're not done there, though, guys. We're not done there. MicroStrategy is willing to invest its financial resources in the acquisition of Bitcoin. The company funded one of its latest Bitcoin purchases by leveraging its at-the-market share issuance program to raise the required capital. MicroStrategy sold about 13.6 million shares. MicroStrategy's approach also underscores its firm's belief that it's not just a speculative asset. The firm believes BTC is a transformative financial instrument with the potential to reshape global finance. By accumulating over 380 BTC, the company has positioned Bitcoin as a cornerstone of its treasury reserve strategy. It is treating it as digital gold, a store of value that can withstand inflation and economic uncertainty. With Bitcoin trading near $100,000, MicroStrategy's investment has more than doubled in value, turning its holders into a formidable financial asset. However, this strategy has significant risk. The company's market is notoriously volatile, the crypto market, with price swings that can lead to substantial losses as quickly as gains. Despite the risks, MicroStrategy's bold move have captivated attention. Crypto enthusiasts see the company as a pioneer and a symbol of Bitcoin's growing mainstream adoption. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Now, what's weird here, guys, is if we go over to the rainbow chart, as you can see, we're still in accumulation. We're still in the accumulation phase on the chart. So if you're wondering, now here's a funny story for you guys, okay? So yesterday I did a video talking about how if you have a family member or a friend right now that's asking you, hey, man, should I start buying crypto right now, right? I was talking about it, and I was saying, you know what? My dad asked me the other day, or maybe 2 weeks ago, whatever, if he should start buying crypto. And we've already started the melt up phase. Like since the bottom, my portfolio has like 10x'd since the bottom of the bear market, right? So, and we're getting ready. We're literally on the brink of altcoin season here. And I'm like, I told him, I said, no, if it was me, like if I was you, I told him I would start DCAing into like a stable coin or something, waiting for the bottom of the next bear market. That way, when you get to the bottom of the bear market coming up, you know, you're not doing your loved ones a favor by telling them to start buying now, because pretty soon they're going to be exit strategy for people, right? So you're not doing them a favor by doing that. And I started getting a couple of morons in the comment section were like, oh, I thought you said that it wasn't altcoin season, but you shouldn't be buying, I shouldn't be buying crypto. I said, what I said was, if there's someone who has zero position in crypto right now that has not been filling a portfolio up for the last couple of years, and they've got $1,000 and they're like, hey man, I got $1,000. What should I buy? Nothing. What are you going to do with $1,000 at this point? What are you going to do? You might 2 or 3. I don't know. There's just as good a chance you'll lose it as you'll make. I don't know. It's not a good time to enter the market is the point. If you already have crypto, it's a good time to continue to DCA. But if you have zero position at this point in time, you're not making life-changing wealth between now and the top of the bull run, right? You're not. You should have been buying. Millionaires in crypto are made in the bottom of bear markets, not at the brink of altcoin season, right? Some people don't understand that, I guess. I don't know, right? So because I got some heat for it. So I guess, I don't know, maybe they know better than me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they should run their own YouTube channels, right? What else do we got here? We got Larry Fink. Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on anyone's currency.
It's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear. Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative.
This coming from a man who was fighting Bitcoin just a couple of years ago. Oh, how the tides have turned. All right, Spot Ether ETF surpassed Bitcoin in daily inflows for the first time. The cryptocurrency market witnessed large trading volumes of Ether ETFs on the 29th of November, yesterday, spearheaded by BlackRock's iShares Ethereum Trust. The ETF mobilized nearly $250 million per day to become significant in the market. Since its launch on July 29th, the investment vehicle has accumulated over $2 billion, as revealed by the ETF store's president, Nate Garcia. Thus, the Alchemist inflow rise is parallel to Ethereum's stable performance, which currently reached $3,662 for a 1.88% upsurge in the last 24 hours. Analysts suggest that such inflows could absorb selling pressure, creating potential conditions for a price surge in Ethereum. Again, one more indication that we're on the brink of altcoin season. Felix Hartman, founder of Hartman Capital, highlighted the shift in market sentiment, noting that Wall Street has increased its involvement in the Ethereum-based products. This event increased institutional demand for Ethereum and, more generally, an uptick in interest in altcoins in the cryptocurrency space. Currently, Ethereum is back on top of the favored blockchains for Tether transactions, leaving Tron for the first time since August 2022. New USDT issuance on Ethereum platform rose by 9.5% to cross $60 billion this week, while USDT on Tron dropped by 1.5%, touching $58 billion. Maybe it was because he ate a $6 million banana. I don't know. A gradual shift from USDT started on November 21st, and the divergence was ever starker on November 23rd when Tether created $2 billion of USDT on Ethereum and TRX jointly created only $1 billion. The achievement further strengthens Ethereum as a platform for institutional financial activities such as tokenized digital assets of the dollar. However, Tron continues to be preferred with inflationary economy regions, mostly because of its low fees and fast transactions. The total USDT supply was enjoying its record highs of $132 billion due to the overall positive sentiment observed in the crypto market. With the rising activity on Ethereum's blockchain platform and recent court approval of the decentralized finance system, investors' confidence has been boosted, putting Ethereum at the center of developing Bitcoins. So Ethereum starting to gain some traction, guys. Another indicator that altcoin season, she's a coming. She is a coming. All right, what else do we got on the docket here, guys? Cointelegraph, Senator Cynthia Lummis, it's very important that we protect Bitcoin and the people who hold it.
The Bitcoin cavalry is coming to Congress to help the hero who's been holding down the fort all by herself. In fact, Bitcoin Magazine features Senator Lummis from Wyoming recently and a post that was talking about the strategic Bitcoin reserve. It said it's a modest proposal, but has huge upside. So let's bring in Republican Senator from Wyoming, Cynthia Lummis. Senator, first and foremost, listen, I know you love that. You look great, by the way, with laser eyes. Let's talk about the Bitcoin Act of 2024, because the most important thing for a lot of people is establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. On the other hand, though, some people say, why would we need such a thing?
Well, first of all, Charles, I want to compliment you on your newest book. I read it, I loved it, and I recommend it to everybody.
Thank you.
And among the things you raised, Charles, in your book is the importance of having diversified assets, the importance of having some things that are a long-term store of value. And Bitcoin is certainly that. So why Bitcoin would make sense as part of our strategic reserves is that we recognize other long-term stores of value and put them in strategic reserve. We have a gold strategic reserve. We have an oil strategic reserve. I think it is fitting that Bitcoin, now that is really digital gold, be included among our reserve assets. So I'm proposing in the Bitcoin Act that we purchase roughly 200,000 Bitcoin a year just by converting money we already have into Bitcoin and hold them for 20 years. If we did that with, say, 5% of all the Bitcoin that will ever exist, which is roughly 1 million Bitcoin, we could cut our debt in half in 20 years. And in the meantime, we would have an asset that's growing in value while our own dollar is decreasing in value. And thereby, we could shore up the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. What that does is help us protect ourselves against inflation and protect the US dollar on the world stage.
So you also have here, so that's the Bitcoin purchase program, proof of reserve system. I want to shoot down to the bottom of the list and come back up, because this is something that it seems really critical. Protect Bitcoin property rights, a firm's rights or of self-custody. Talk to us about this, because this is, I think, an area where a lot of individuals in the retail side are concerned about.
It's very important that we protect Bitcoin and people who hold their Bitcoin in individual wallets. We don't want to see this asset become owned only by governments, and certainly don't want to see it controlled by governments, because its great virtue is as freedom money. It is infinitely divisible. It can be used all over the world. It is something that you can send from one person to another at a very low cost and very quickly. Its ability to help bring people out of poverty or into the innovator class and the wealthier class is very exciting. And that's why we want to protect individual property rights in Bitcoin and people's individual wallets.
Right.
There's a phrase, not your keys, not your coin. Your keys are your ability to access your Bitcoin. We want to make sure people have access to their own keys and their own Bitcoin.
Senator, I had a guest on yesterday saying that there are up to 290 pro-crypto lawmakers now heading to Congress or in Congress. But you've been there. How does it feel to sort of take a stand, which at one point was a very lonely stand, and now all of a sudden the whole world seems to have the same epiphany?
Well, I'm delighted to see people have taken the time to understand more about this asset. I'm delighted to see it become part of the U.S. economy, and I'm thrilled that President Trump identified it as something that we should have the beachhead for in the United States. Because thus far, under the current administration, efforts to regulate it through enforcement actions, through penalties and lawsuits, has driven this industry into the arms of other countries, including the European Union. We want to bring them back and have this industry be strong, robust, innovative, and very, very located in the United States, including Bitcoin mining. These are all things that President Trump raised during his campaign, and he seems to be assembling a very pro-Bitcoin cabinet. His leadership understand the asset, not only just Bitcoin, but other digital assets and the opportunities for blockchain. And it then moves into the whole AI culture as well. So I see these things as being part and parcel of creating a 21st century economy that has its anchor in the United States.
Yeah, and let's hope, of course, that the Treasury pick will feel the same way. I got to believe that all the pieces of the puzzle are similar, and that will be the same. Again, congratulations, Senator Lummis, and thank you. You have been absolutely
pro-crypto cabinet, guys. Pro-crypto cabinet. You got to absolutely love that. Hong Kong seeks to boost financial sector. In a move to strengthen its position as a top financial center, Hong Kong is assessing new tax regulations that could attract substantial investments in finance and cryptocurrency. The city, a significant administrative region of China, is set to exempt certain high net worth individuals and investment funds from taxes on profits delivered from crypto transactions. The Financial Times reports that the draft proposal includes tax exemptions for private equity funds, hedge funds, and wealthy investors engaged in cryptocurrency profits. Moreover, the scope may extend to other investment types such as private credit, foreign real estate, and carbon credits. This initiative arises as Hong Kong faces stiff competition from Singapore, which is also vying for the title of premier offshore financial hub. The proposed tax policy is designed to draw asset managers who often consider tax structures as a crucial element to their local decisions. These strategies are pivotal in Hong Kong's ambition to solidify its role in the global financial landscape, like the hiccups, particularly in the cryptocurrency sector. With favorable tax conditions, the city could become a preferred choice for many asset managers and investors. So, guys, more freaking adoption. Absolutely crazy. Yes, I want that to be tax friendly. Like with Trump making American crypto companies tax free, zero capital gains tax. Guess what? Looks like you're guys. Sign me up. I'm moving to America, man. I'm moving to America. Will December 2024 mark the start of Altcoin Era? Keep an eye on Bitcoin's supremacy. So Bitcoin investors have been eagerly anticipating a surge to 100K. However, recent developments suggest that altcoins might take the spotlight in December. In recent days, Bitcoin has been hovering around $96,000, leading to a significant drop in the volatility. This decrease in volatility has spurred another significant event. Crypto analyst Captain Febeck recently tweeted about Bitcoin's dominance moving within a rising wedge pattern since the start of 2022. Interestingly, the graph broke out from this pattern, but in a downward direction, suggesting a potential rise for altcoins. Captain Febeck even hinted at a 2024-2025 altcoin season in his tweet. The decrease in Bitcoin dominance is helping altcoins to increase their market share. Many believe that a new altcoin season may be on the horizon. While it's likely to occur in 2025, recent trends suggest it could happen sooner. For instance, Ethereum, the leading altcoin, has seen a price increase of over 3% in the last 24 hours. Other altcoins with large market capitalizations have also shown promising performances. XRP, for example, has seen gains of over 12% in the last 24 hours. The altcoin season index has also seen a sharp increase, reaching 67 at the time of writing. A value closer to 75 suggests an approaching altcoin season. Guys, just so you know, I do see altcoin requests in the chat. There's a little tab for altcoins at the top of the chat. It's called goals, and I will pull up your altcoins and do TA on them for altcoin requests. However, if you're over on the Crypto Blueprint, yes, I will look. So just bear with me. Despite Ethereum's recent price increase, its NVT ratio remains low. A low MVT ratio suggests that the asset is undervalued, indicating a potential sustained price increase. However, Ethereum's relative strength index is nearing the overbought zone, which could trigger a sell-off and limit further price increases. While most of the indicators suggest an upcoming altcoin season, it's still uncertain whether it will occur in the short term or not. So will altcoin kick in before in December, or will it be where I think it's going to land in the middle of January of next year? Let me know what you guys think about that. We got a little bit of Onyx coin news, guys, XCN. So you have till midnight tonight. You got about an hour and 45 minutes, I think, for your refunds on your gas fees for staking and for voting on the DAO. They reimburse everyone the first weekend of every month for the previous month. So your gas fees are free. You get paid back in Ethereum, which is what you spend, right? So just so you guys know, that is when you should get your gas fees back. Now, I did a video covering this, but real quick, guys, just to get rid of any confusion, JP Morgan has officially changed the name of their Onyx project to Connexus. There was too much confusion with Onyx coin. There's too many YouTubers out there who are covering Onyx coin and XCN and giving misinformation, telling you that it was associated with JP Morgan when it's not. I've done multiple videos breaking this down and showing you guys that it has nothing to do with JP Morgan. So to get rid of all the confusion anyway, JP Morgan has rebranded to Connexus. So ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string. What else do we have here? We got, let's get into Michael Saylor first. So Saylor, the reason that Bitcoin is magical is because there's only 21 million.
Right. The reason that Bitcoin is magical is because there's only 21 million. I can create more real estate in New York City. I can create more cars. I can create more luxury watches. I can create more gold. I can create more shares of stock. I can create more bonds. I can create any commodity. They're commodities by definition. Given enough money and time, I can create infinite of any of them. Bitcoin is a scarcity. Okay, name another scarcity in the world, right? And technically, it's not clear there is another scarcity, right? A scarcity is something of which it is absolutely capped. If the price goes up by a factor of 1,000 or 1,000,000, it is absolutely capped. That is not the case with gold, soybeans, silver, stock, bonds, real estate, single family homes, ships, planes, trains, nothing else. Everything else could be manufactured. And of course, if the price goes up, the incentive to manufacture more will go up, which is why, buying a house isn't necessarily going to be a great store of value in an inflating economy, because you're going to have incentives for someone else to dilute the value of your house. If you do buy a house, better off to buy a house on land than a condo on the 57th floor of a building. And if you do buy it on land, better off to buy it on waterfront property. And if you buy waterfront property, better off to buy it on the beach. And if you buy it on the beach, you're better off to buy it in the most desirable location of affluent, intelligent people for the next 30 years.
I'm sure Pat has something to
Scarce
say about
pristine,
this.
which you had talked about, right?
Yeah.
You're better to be at scarce pristine or as close as you can.
And that's that. And you can do that for 10, 20, 30 years. That's Palm Beach. That's the Hamptons, right? You can figure that out. Now figure it out for 100 years.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. We have a altcoin request by Tola. Flare. Let's have a look at Flare. Yes. By the way, I am very bullish on Flare, just so you know. I absolutely am bullish on Flare. I hold just a little bit of it. We had kind of, well, I hold a little bit of it, but we had a breakout finally here of this. You know, we kind of started developing this pattern, this trend line. We had a break to the upside here. If we zoom in, we retested it briefly, right? So we broke out, we retested it. As you can see, right down here, we had our breakout, our retest, a break to the upside. So what we're doing right now is we're setting those higher lows, right? So we have our higher low there, a higher low. We put a higher low there. So essentially what's happening here is the same thing that's happening with everything else. I don't know if you guys are noticing a pattern with a lot of the charts that I've been looking at, but they're all mirroring what Bitcoin has been doing. Breakout, higher low, breakout, higher low, breakout. Now what's it doing right now? It's setting yet another higher low. They're climbing their way up in preparation for altcoin season, right? We call it a melt up phase. So right now, Flare is well on its way into its melt up phase for sure. Very, very bullish on Flare. Let's go have a look at the. Let's go have a look at it over on CoinGecko, shall we? Yes, I am bullish on Flare. 2 cents right now. Yeah, $1.4 billion market cap. A little over, about 50% of the supply in circulation. 15 cents all. Flare's gonna absolutely destroy its all-time high. Absolutely. Flare has the AI tag as well, right? So I don't think it's on here. No, it's only got its layer 1 tag, but it's associated with AI. I know that Jungle Inc. talks about it a lot in terms of its AI aspect. So yeah, Flare's going to have a fantastic run in my opinion. I wish I held more of it. The Flare that I hold, I actually got for free in an airdrop for holding XRP, right? I got free Flare, I got free Corium, I got free Sologenic, I got free Songbird. But yes, I am mega bullish on Flare. Flare is working its way up into its melt up phase. So I am bullish. Thank you for the request, Tola. I appreciate you very much. And yes, I am bullish on Flare, my friend. I am very bullish on Flare. All right, guys. So if you have a request for an altcoin, like I said, just copy Tola there. There is a thing at the top of the chat, a tab called Goals, and you can go ahead and participate in that. All right. So Cardano's Charles Hoskinson says Operation Chokepoint 2.0 is worse than we think, and it's global. Charles took to X, formerly Twitter, to sound the alarm on the aftermath of Operation Chokepoint 2.0, which he claimed has devastated businesses, hurt economies, and crushed innovation worldwide. So many people put their head in the sand for political reasons, saying it's not as bad as the industry made it out to be. Charles wrote, "It is worse and global. So many businesses were harassed, fined, audited, and deplatformed. We warned that the fallout from this crackdown will take years to heal and urged the crypto community to unite," adding, "We have a small window of time to get a law passed." Charles's comments were prompted by Binance's chairman Gabriel Abed, who revealed his own experience of being debanked outside of the United States. Abed recounted his first Citizens Caribbean bank shut down his accounts he'd held for over a decade because he received a Bitcoin-related deposit. Unfrickin' believable. The bank CEO explained that working with crypto companies posed too high a risk to their American correspondent banking relationships. His experience, he said, is not unique. International banks were severing ties with crypto clients to comply with standards set by their U.S. counterparts. This isn't just an American issue, he said, it's global. The crypto community believes it knows who's behind this assault, the Biden administration. Industry leaders accuse the government of reviving the controversial Obama era Operation Chokepoint, where Chokepoint, under a new guise. The original program, launched in 2013, pressured banks to cut ties with industries considered high risk, such as payday lenders and firearm dealers. Critics argued that legitimate businesses were being unfairly targeted. Operation Chokepoint officially ended in 2017, but crypto insiders say it made a comeback in 2021. This time with blockchain firms in its crosshairs. Elon Musk reignited the discussion with a single question. Did you know that 30 tech founders were secretly debanked? Tyler Winklevoss, co-founder of Gemini, jumped in immediately saying, yes. Yes, I did. I was debanked because I'm in crypto, as was Gemini. The number is probably much higher than 30. This is just the 16Z portfolio alone. Tyler accused the Biden administration of assassinating banks that dared to serve the crypto community. Brian Armstrong, Coinbase CEO, backed Tyler with his own allegations. Can confirm this to be true, Brian said, calling the debanking of crypto companies one of the most unethical moves in the American history. He pointed fingers at Senator Elizabeth Warren and SEC Chair Gary Gensler, claiming they orchestrated a deliberate attempt to kill the industry. My guess? We'll find Warren's fingerprints all over it. Biden himself was probably completely unaware, as he is about pretty much everything. Biden speculated, Brian speculates, he revealed that Coinbase is using Freedom of Information Act requests to uncover who exactly was involved. This was a major factor in the Democrats losing the election. He continued, the party should realize Warren is a liability and distance themselves if they want any hope of rebuilding. Mark Andreessen, the highly respected venture capitalist, appeared on Joe Rogan's podcast to call out what he sees as blatant financial censorship. This is about control, not compliance, Mark said, describing how at least 30 tech founders, himself included, were targeted and debanked for political reasons. He pointed to a broader implications. This goes beyond crypto. This is about freedom. Andrew Torba, founder of Gab, shared his story of relentless account closures. Without a bank account, you can't store cash, run payroll, or pay bills, he said. That's the point. Choke businesses until they die. Andrew said he opened accounts with major banks, credit unions, and even Christian financial institutions, only to be repeatedly shut out. The reason was always the same. Our teams say we can do this anytime for any reason or no reason at all. According to him, banks have admitted off the record that they're being pressured by the government with threats of audits and regulatory scrutiny. Caitlin Long, CEO of Custodia Bank, has also been vocal about her experience. Long confirmed that her company had been debanked multiple times and is now suing the Federal Reserve. Her case is scheduled for oral arguments on January 21st, just one day after inauguration. Perfect timing. John Deaton, a well-known crypto lawyer and former SEC Senate candidate, called Caitlin's lawsuit arguably the most important fight against unelected bureaucrats and the deep state protecting the banking system status quo. Payment processing veteran Brian Rommel shares these concerns. He described how Operation Chokepoint 2.0 has destroyed trust in the financial system. He has worked in the merchant processing since 1980s and said that the Biden era version of the program is even more destructive than the original. This time it's vengeful, he said, adding that thousands of businesses have been wiped out overnight. He claimed the crackdown has made doing business 10 times more expensive and accused the government of using banks as tools of state corruption. Gabriel Abed's story offers a glimpse into how this suppression plays out on the ground. After receiving a Bitcoin-related deposit flagged as high risk, his decade-old accounts were shut down. He called the debanking crisis clear examples of how far-reaching the consequences of U.S. banking policies are, adding that local banks are often caught in the crosshairs. Barbarian Bank face immense pressure to comply with the U.S. standards or risk losing their correspondent relationships. Charles, for his part, is urging the crypto industry to unite. He believes the community has a small window to push for legislation reforms to ensure such a campaign is never repeated. We have to come together to prevent. Yes, I agree. And that is up to the Trump administration to make that a reality, guys. We'll see what happens. But let's get back over to the charts and let's get into the chat and see what everybody's talking about. All right, let me scroll back up to the top. So, guys, as always, please, please, please make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing, and it is honestly greatly appreciated. It helps the channel grow. Put in a lot of work making the channel grow, and getting this information out to you guys. So, if you could do me that solid, I'd love you a long time for it. So, definitely do that. All right, what else do we got? WF Capital, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Crypto Trucker, where's everybody at? We're here, man. We're here. Badlander, ready for the juice. GT's in the house. What's up? Venom, how you doing, man? Just in time. Rob is the best YouTuber, hands down. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Funky's in the house. What's going on? Jasmy slowly moving up the ranks. Absolutely. H. Barbarina in the house. What's going on, my friend? Chris, what's up, buddy? The long wait starts when bags start going up. Absolutely, man. Dumb Money's in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Guys, all of you guys over on the Patreon that are on the Patreon, I will be live over there in about 15 minutes as soon as this stream is done. So make sure you're there. Make sure you're ready. If you're not on the Patreon, guys, the link's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Join us. I will be live. We do group Zoom calls over there every evening. You can also schedule one-on-one coaching sessions with me. We help you create exit strategies, profit taking, all that kind of stuff. So get over to the Patreon. Bruno's in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Sergio, hello, crypto family. Been a minute. Yes, I was going to say, holy smokes, where you been, man? Going to be a mega cycle. Yes, that's what my portfolio says. Paul, what's up, man? When you start selling Jasmy, I mean, for which price? My sell orders and stuff are over on the Patreon, my friend. Venom 2025 is Jasmy year. People faces are going to melt. Yes, absolutely, man. Death Bank, what's up, buddy? David, data sells itself. Yes, you're absolutely right, man. Platinum Data Marketplace, baby. Kindle, I believe $50 billion market cap is already programmed for Jasmy. Those are scared. Sell the FOMO. Yeah. Exit liquidity, baby. RJ 2010. Personally, I think it's way too soon for altcoin season. When we start seeing Ethereum go through the roof, then yeah. I tend to agree. I don't think it's fully going to kick in until probably the middle of January. That's kind of where I'm targeting right now. So I am with you on that. X marks the spot. What's up, man? This could be the first utility bull run that could create a less volatile and stable ecosystem highlighted by Bitcoin's coupling with Cardano, giving its utility unlike speculative highs and lows. David, time is money. In Jasmy we trust. Waiting for 3 cents, baby. That's right. We're close. Look, we're close, man. We're so close. Paul, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Chappie, Tubers videos on Jasmy popping up everywhere now. They have always loved Jasmy and have been loading up the whole time. Yeah, that's what they say, man. That's what they say. Disclosure crypto. Could you look at Gari Network once? I get asked about Gari. Who is it that asks? Is it you that's always asking about Gari Network? Someone, like, I'll leave the charts playing and stuff, and someone will always ask me to look at Gari Network. It's $8 million market cap. Tokenomics are not good. I don't like the tokenomics on it at all. It's like 10% of the supply. Oh, no, never mind. I was reading something else. Tokenomics are actually good. It's on Solana. It's down, though, 98.6%, man. 98.6% since the bull run. I mean, it might do okay. What does it do? Doesn't even have a tag on it. It's got some good listings. Yeah, I mean, it seems okay. It seems okay, man. I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't buy it, but it does seem okay. Well, isn't this? I think I've looked at this before. Isn't this one of those social fi plays, something like that? Swoopa, good day, Rob, and crypto family. Alt season is sneaking up. Better start applying that anti-face melting cream. I like it. I like it. Bruno, what's up, buddy? Do you claim your reimbursement gas fees the same way you claim your staking rewards, or do they automatic? I think they just automatically reimburse you. I think. Yes, Jason says it's automatic. So yeah. Tola, thanks for the flare info. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Rob the OG. I am Jasmy. We're all Jasmy. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, guys, listen, that's the news. That's the chat. We're all caught up. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, like I said, and it means a lot, guys. It really does. Also, I am going live over on the Patreon in about 15 minutes, so I will see you guys over there. Don't miss it. We're doing a great group Zoom call. We got some things to talk about, so get over to the Patreon. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. So I will see you guys over on the Patreon. Also, book your one-on-one coaching sessions with me over there as well. All right, guys. I'll see you later.